Alrighty, YouTube. Last time you saw me mount the engine and transmission. Now we get to move on to the rear end. Move on, it's more like move back, because that's what we started with, and now we're going back to it. I need to leave the engine and transmission in the truck for the time being so that I have the majority of the weight in the truck sitting on the suspension so that I can figure out where these links need to be for a neutral swing arc, and so that I can also do the shocks accurately so I know exactly where they're gonna be in compression and extension. So to jump right into it, I need to get the box back on the truck, except I don't, and let me show you what I mean. Scale. 226.4. Hope this holds. Oh boy. Error. Oh no. I'm too fat. Well, that was worth a shot. Surely this can't overweight the scale. Right? Breaking the scale. Okay, I got about seemingly 193. I don't know how accurate that is. I probably could have also Googled that. I feel like for one guy, lifting 193 pounds the way I was in this big awkward shape is pretty reasonable. Let's just call it 200 pounds with the tailgate. One issue here is I'm trying to set the weight of the truck down, but because those links aren't there to locate the knuckle from turning, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna stop that. I need to ensure this bolt is straight up and down. That's kind of my reference for how the knuckle's sitting. Right now you can just kind of see the bolt is farther back that way, so it's tilting that way. This whole setup moves. So I need a way to keep it so the bolt will be straight up and down. So I was kind of thinking of just running a ratchet strap. I don't know if this is gonna work at all, but it's worth a shot. Here. Now as I drop that suspension, that should hopefully keep it in the same spot.
Back with some Pearl Jam, Dire Straits, and Billy Eilish. Cruise is coming.
I'd say she's
finally here.
pretty well sprung. Hey, let's get those factory links off of there. All right, what do we got? Oh. Hey, we got one. Hey, we got two. Holy. Oh, that sucked, but they're off. I'm gonna find some heavy things just to put on the back of the truck just to compensate, and we'll be good. Simulates the weight of the box, I guess. Great, now I'm gonna show you what I'm making new ones out of. I ordered a set of 8 Heim joints, 4 left, 4 right-hand thread, to make 4 new links that are adjustable so I can move the tire forwards and backwards, or roll the knuckle if I need to. Got some of this tube here. It's a 1-inch tube, thick wall, and this end, you can see I have drilled it out on the drill press to match pretty much perfectly the diameter of the Heim joint. So we can stick it in there, weld her all up, and she'll be pretty damn solid. The Heim joint kit I ordered also came with these. If you haven't seen these before, these are cone spacers. If you're going up to, for example, a tight edge, see the angle this link would have to come in at. A little too sharp, and the Heim is not quite touching the frame. This guy will let you butt up to that, preferably with a bolt. There you go. Spaces it out just a little bit, still gives you full articulation, even though these aren't gonna move anywhere except up and down. Now, these should in theory be pretty easy to make. What I really need to do is make one of them and then make the rest the exact same. As long as they're all the same length, it's fine. The knuckle on the rear back here, you can't see because it's behind the tire. They're offset forward and back by, I want to say it's like an inch difference. All that's going to happen there is one will end up bolting to here, which it lucks out that this old leaf spring mount is basically parallel to the ground on the lower mount. And then the top one, because it's offset a little bit, is going to be, where's the top? Here. So it'll end up bolting, you know, offset by however much. I'm also going to preset these Heim joints to about half of their thread depth. That way I'll have a good amount of in and out adjustment from center. All right. Okay, close enough. My over drilled side of my pipe onto this link. That way I can take my measurement. And when I say this is going to be easy, I don't even need to care what the length is on these. Like literally, I know it's butted up against the Heim joint in there. I can just flip this one up, mark where I got to cut. We'll be good to go. If it ends up a little too short, too long, I have adjustable links. It's fine. Looks pretty good. And boom, there we go. I now know the exact length I need to make all 4 of these things. Before I say it, oh, you can't just make them all the same length, it's gonna be off. No, they're parallel lengths. As long as they're the same length, it doesn't matter if they're offset, they're always gonna travel in the same arc, being in the same length. Make sense? All right, time to rinse and repeat 4 times. Oh, fun. All right, we got 4 links, all the same length. It's time to drill them out. 1 drill press. Order it. They don't seem to fit. Yes. Oh, the drill vise doesn't fucking fit. Oh shit. Hey, that's actually surprisingly well balanced. Let's do it off the side. Isn't that impressive? That drill bit is going much too fast. Also, this is definitely not square. All right, I've got her figured. I had to end up shimming my drill vise with a 3/8 washer because the jaw lift was causing it to go off at all kinds of weird angles, but it's working. It's super chattery. This drill press is kind of lame, and I'm kind of just spraying it with WD-40 as some kind of lube because that's all I've got, so we're just gonna send it. It is drilling straight, believe it or not. Well, now we get to do that a grand total of 6 more times. Okay, this process is going to be super painful. I highly doubt you want to watch me drill 6 more of these, so we're just going to skip to when we're done and when we get to fitting them in the truck. Alrighty, take a good look at these things. They turned out fantastic. Not welded yet, obviously. I just went through and drilled all the holes. Let's set one of them aside here. And look at that. Obviously, I can't exactly put the top one in place until I have a hole drilled somewhere in the frame yet. We are on the knuckle there. We're on the front here, and with all the weight on the back, that length looks pretty much parallel to the ground, which is exactly what I was aiming for. That's gonna work perfectly. So what do you say we take all 4 of these guys to my TIG welder and start welding them up? Now, I actually did a whole bunch of practice off camera because my confidence to weld these cleanly isn't very great. This chain reaction of garbage. This was my filler practice. This first bead here was the first one that I ran. And for a first time, this is literally the first time I've ever welded steel with this. I bought this and went straight to aluminum because I'm like, ooh, it has AC on it. I want to learn aluminum. So this was my practice for what I'm about to do. First one, not very straight, kind of all over the place. You can't really see inside, but the heat was starting to show through. And then most of these were done with about 110 amps with a 1 pulse per second and a 1/16 filler rod. And I'm no welder. I'm obviously no TIG welder, but I think they turned out okay. A little hot in some areas, like right here and here, but I think I've got a little more confidence. So we're gonna try and weld these and hope I don't fuck them up. A little bit of an unorthodox welding setup here, because I'm just kind of making do with what I got. All right, give me a sec to go clean this up and we'll be right back. I am nervous for this. I am very nervous for this. Oh, I gotta prep the ends of these too. God damn it, I'll be back again. Alrighty, now we're ready to fuck up $120 worth of parts. I'm gonna tack all these in place first, and then we'll go from there. Oh boy. This is set to AC, that's why that sounds so stupid. Oh my god, I am dumb. I'm like, why is this being so weird? Oh my god, the nerves are getting to me. Let's try that again. Oh gee, that's better. I tacked this side in place. I'm like, man, what's with all the black stuff? My brain didn't click with the AC noise going off behind me. Yep, here we go. Got one of each left. We didn't fuck that up. Alright. Now or never. Well, there's only one way for knowing we're gonna fuck this up or not. Definitely need a way to hold these better. I don't know if I wanna. Hold this damn thing, please. I'm doing that. I'll do that. I don't have anything properly set up for TIG in here yet. Also, this is going to be flapping in your face. I'm sorry. I'm shaking a lot. Oh my god, I successfully TIG welded apart on Rat 10. Why is that so hard? Mentally. No, that's not bad. It's not good. But this is my first time TIG welding something with a steel. I'm beyond happy with that. Oh my god. Oh my god, that actually doesn't look that bad at all. The bead isn't straight, but I don't care. Look at this. This is one I'll actually show you too. Check. Well, first of all, check out the nice teal color on the end of that. That's gorgeous. But look at the bead. That came out great. Oh my god, I'm so pumped for that. 1 of 7 done. let's finish this off. It's really hard to get the curve of your wrist on such a small pipe, so I'm doing my best. All the ends done. I'm gonna set up 2 drill these in the press, and we'll get some plug welds on the sides for added support, and I think we'll call it good. All right, we've got the drill press set up in a more conventional orientation, so we're gonna take my tubes, start drilling them out. Okay, looks like it's through the wall of a tube. We'll try to go about halfway in. Oops, I went through. Oh well. I'm just gonna come back when I'm getting ready to weld. This is boring. All right, there we go. We got all these holes drilled out. Some of them went through a little bit, but there's still metal there. I think I can add filler to it. It's gonna be messy, but I think we'll be fine. Let's start with the one I drilled through the worst, because it's gonna suck. This is gonna be awful. Definitely not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, I'm not really happy with that, but definitely not pretty, but should be functional. Maybe I will paint these. But they're all done. Alrighty, those turned out pretty good. All the plug welds look okay, they're pretty structural. They all have a nice ring to them, so I'd suggest that they're pretty solid, pretty hard. But we're gonna assemble these with the Heim joints and a little bit of silver anti-seize, because God knows that as soon as these get any road wear on them, you'll never be able to move them. You don't need a lot. Literally just like a good brush down all the threads. Start the left-hand thread, start the right-hand thread. Now you'll see I can set this on my leg here, hold the one end, and I can twist it one direction and it threads both of them in, meaning it's shortening the length of the rod. You twist it the other way and it extends the length of the rod. This makes everything back there completely adjustable. We're gonna put it in the knuckle in the rear. Now it's gonna be too short and I'm aware of that. One thing I do need to do still is buy some tubing to sleeve these bolts, because these are 1/2 inch, whereas the Corvette bolts that went through here originally were M14, so there is quite a bit of play in there, but I think I can sleeve that. It should be okay. I guess I should have ordered bigger Heim joints. I'm just kind of dumb, but we're gonna make it work. It is, in fact, way too short. Hold this here. Lengthen it out exactly where I need it to be. Man, I'm gonna need longer bolts. Crap. Oh well. But you get the point. That is the link installed. Pretty damn close, right? Yeah. I still have to make a sleeve and a plate yet, but this will at least let me look at it. There you go. There is the general idea of how that's all gonna work. That looks really damn good. Nice. That bolt is staying straight up and down. Oh, I love it. So to fix some of the little things I've been mentioning, I came up with some solutions off camera that I'm going to replicate on the other side to show you. I happened to find some tubing that was pretty much the exact diameter of that hole. It's close enough for my case.
That has a pretty nice fit. I mean, better than the bolt was, that's for damn sure.
And then the even nicer thing about this specific tubing is that the OD matches the hole and the ID matches the bolt literally perfectly. So it takes up all of that gap and this will be nice and structurally sound. For the front part here, this one was going through the leaf spring mount, so I just made up a little spacer just to sleeve that in there. I don't know if having these bolts mounted on the outside is gonna be too much force on those bolts. If it ends up being a problem, I'll probably make a little box just so it has the full support of the bolt. For this season, I think this is gonna be all right. And then on the inside, I added this simple little boxing plate. And on the back side, we got a sleeve through the frame and the new boxing plate there. So this should be all nice and structurally sound. Hopefully, that's the plan at least. I'm gonna repeat that on the left side and then we'll be pretty much done. This was the little spacer that I ended up making for that bolt. It's just this teeny little thing. So it literally just goes around the bolt, takes up all the extra space, and it should be good. This is just mild steel, whereas this is a grade 8 bolt, so if anything starts to wear, it'll be the steel. I guess the aluminum too, but it's what I gotta deal with. Alright, now we gotta make the plate for the inside of the frame rail. But first I need to drill that hole. Okay, I'm gonna get some steel. Get the frame up there. Okay. And now that should be cut to the angle of the frame. That is perfect. Oh yeah, I was way off. Holy shit. Oh well. I don't care. Well, that's all the links. She's pretty much good to go. I obviously got to sort out some spacing issues because this top bar is sitting at a different spot and whatever. Also, the links from the rear angle in a lot more than I thought they were going to. I'm not really concerned about it. These are just to keep the knuckle straight and, you know, centered within the wheel well and whatnot. For Rat 10's purposes, I think it's gonna be fine. With these done, we can start moving on to the shocks. The shocks are gonna be another little bit of an ordeal themselves. Basically just gonna end up making some brackets off of the cross member here and going down to the factory mounts. But that's for next time. I hope you enjoyed this fiasco of garbage. I hope you come back for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.